Okay, we're about to talk about absolute value equations. Now, you have your graphic organizer that's been provided. With the first tab, I want you to label it Process. That's Process. The next tab, I want you to label No Solution. Solution, SOLUTION. The next tab we're going to label One Solution. And finally, the last tab, Two Solutions. Now, when you open up the first tab for Process, you're going to see several blanks. In addition to that, you're going to see a blank above No Solution. You're going to see a blank above One Solution. And you're going to see a blank above Two Solutions. Now, I am about to go through a series of practice problems. Hopefully, you'll be able to fill in all of these blanks. However, if you're not able to fill out all of them, we'll work together to get them filled out. Okay, first example. This reads, the absolute value of x plus 4 minus 6 equals 2. The first thing we have to do, we have to move everything away from the absolute value by doing the inverse operation. Well, here's the absolute value here. So, what we need to move away is this minus 6. So, what's the inverse of minus? Addition. So, we would add 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. So now we have x plus 4 equals 8. At this point, you circle the equation. And now we're going to look to see what the equation equals. It equals a positive 8. When it equals a positive number, that indicates that we are going to have two answers. So we're going to determine how many answers we need based on what it equals. Again, it equals a positive number, so we have two answers. So now we need to solve the equation that we circled. To do that, we're going to say x plus 4 equals 8. Since it has two solutions, we also have to set it to x plus 4 equals negative 8. Now, at this point, we're going to solve both equations. Here, we do inverse operations. Positive 4, the opposite of positive 4, is negative 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So we come over here and also subtract 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. So our first answer is x equals 4. We're going to put a rectangle around the answer. That's answer 1. We come over here and we also subtract 4 because it's the inverse operation. Negative 8 minus 4, you should put this in the calculator. Correct. Negative 8 minus 4 equals negative 12. So our second answer is x equals negative 12. So there we have it. Two answers. X equals 4 and x equals negative 12. Let's try another example. The absolute value of x plus 2 plus 7 equals 5. First thing we're going to do is move everything away from the absolute value by doing the what? Correct, the inverse operation. Here's our absolute value. So we have to get that 7 out of there. It's a positive 7, so the inverse of positive 7 is negative 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. We also subtract 7 on the other side. 5 minus 7, put it in the calculator. Correct, negative 2. So now we have x plus 2 equals negative 2. So we're going to circle the equation, and we're going to look to see what the equation equals. It equals a negative 2. So now we have to determine how many answers that we need. Well, whenever this answer that you've circled equals a negative, then it's automatically no solution. So that one was pretty easy. So let's go on to another example. We have the absolute value of x plus 2 equals 0. Well, we move everything away from the absolute value by doing the inverse operation. However, when we look at this particular problem, there's nothing around the absolute value. So we don't need to do that step. Now, we circle the equation, and we look to see what the equation equals. It equals 0. So we're going to determine how many answers we need. Well, whenever it equals 0, whenever what you circled equals 0, then you always are only going to have one answer. So now we need to solve the equation that we circled. X plus 2 equals 0. Inverse operation, minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. X equals negative 2. Now we're going to put a rectangle around our answer. Now we're going to work through more examples during the class period. Hopefully you've been able to fill in some of those blanks.
You do that.